Day 264. What is possible in 100 days? So 264 days ago, I set out on a commitment to accomplish a great feat. I made a deal with myself, the universe, and God that I would keep a certain commitment every day in return for accomplishing something amazing. Well, I achieved that great feat 216 days into the commitment. This particular feat and commitment are deeply personal, so I'm keeping this one to myself. However, just like previous 365-day commitments, what I set out to gain was accomplished. The principle is this: if you want to achieve something, then come up with a commitment that equals or exceeds the level of what you want to accomplish, and then just do it. No matter what, get it done. This is best if the commitment is a daily commitment, because every day is every day. In 101 days, I will create a new commitment and the attached accomplishment. Honestly, I'm not sure which is more important to me now, the commitment or the amazing accomplishment. The hardest challenge for me has been to pick what it is that I want to accomplish. I always have at least 10 things that I want to do, and they all seem incredibly important at the time. So it is really hard to settle on just one thing. However, I have learned that you need to focus on one overriding accomplishment so that your daily commitment has maximum meaning and purpose. So I will be thinking about what my next major commitment is going to be over the next 100 days. However, this brings up an interesting point. The next 100 days are free for me to use how I wish. I've already achieved my amazing accomplishment. So the next 100 days are in limbo state as I get ready for the next major push. So what could I do in this next 100 days? This is an interesting question, which I have some experience with. You see, 90 days is roughly 3 months or 1/4 of a year. I've also learned that it takes at least 90 days of dedicated, repeating effort to form a real habit. So in 1/4 from now, effectively 3 months or so, I can create a life-changing habit. What should that be? Remember, a life-changing habit should also be associated with a great accomplishment. For example, I made a commitment to run every day one time. Along with that commitment, my great accomplishment was to complete a marathon. I kept up my commitment, and 282 days later, I finished my first marathon. One year, I elected to spend 15 minutes every day memorizing numbers, and in 100 days, I was able to recite the first 500 digits of pi. Needless to say, I let that one slip. I cannot even remember the first 10 digits right now. So you can actually accomplish something quite extraordinary if you decide on what you want to achieve and what daily 100-day commitment you'll come up with in return. For example, I could write a novel. Right now, I average about 900 words a day. I could increase that to, let's say, 1,500 words a day, and I could complete an average-sized novel before October 1st. Now, that would be something. I could go to the gym almost every day for 100 days, and I could set a goal to, let's say, bench press 300 pounds or something like that. Nah, I think I'll skip that. Too much work. The sky is the limit on what you could accomplish in just 100 days. Tonight, I'm going to come up with something. This type of 100-day thinking is an interesting challenge to consider. What is really bugging you right now? Your weight, your fatigue level, your lack of pay, a relationship that has gone south? I'm sure there's something outstanding in your mind right now. What could you do in the next 100 days to dramatically change your situation? What would you like to see improve before October 1st? If you can think of that in your mind, then try to come up with something that you are going to commit to every day for the next 100 days that ties directly to your desire. For example, are you in sales and would like to earn a bigger commission? Decide on what that number is, and then determine how many new prospects you might need to get there. Then make a commitment to reach out and talk to a certain number of people for the next 100 days. It is amazing how this works. Make the commitment and watch the goal you set get done, usually a lot sooner than expected. If you read this message, or if you read or listen to this message, perhaps you can share what you're going to work on from July 1st, October 1st. What commitment are you going to make to achieve some amazing accomplishment?